Thanks for tuning in to Out of Focus Podcast. This is episode number, I have no idea. Because I don't keep track until after I edit the podcast or whatever. But I got a special guest with me today. LaPala Crawford, I knew him since, I don't know, high school. Scott, band. You were in the band, right?
No, I was in a choir.
You was in the choir.
You know, they all
right. Intertwined a little bit. I wasn't in the choir, but I went to the choir room.
Right.
I wasn't in the band, but I went to the band room because there was music being happening in both of those areas.
Exactly.
So that's why I was always around music and entertainment. So appreciate you coming on the show. I've been trying to get this thing together so I can, because doing podcasts virtually is cool,
right? But
in person, it's a little different because you're having a real conversation with somebody. And it's like
energy is different.
Energy is way different, and the timing. Sometimes you're like, wait, on a virtual podcast. But this is good. I like it. So
right.
So we can talk about whatever. Like I said, you do music, you do film, you do a little bit of everything. And that's the connection that we got back in. Actually, it was high school, but in 2006 or 2007, 8, around that time.
Right. That's around when we all worked on Yasu's album.
Yep. That's when we kind of like really meshed together as a group.
Right.
I would say
that was me and Charlie Numbers. We talk about this all the time. We talk about that project, Yasu's project, which. Number one, she told us something in an interview we did on the Chop Shop when she did the interview with Charlie Numbers, is that album was her first time recording. She hadn't recorded. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And I was like, this girl is amazing.
And what's crazy is when she came to the studio, she had everything that she wanted to do. I'm thinking, okay, we got a professional in here.
Right.
We got somebody who know what they're doing in the studio, because we had a studio, whatever, but we never really, we were just recording ourselves, recording our buddies or whatever. We never had somebody professional come in and say, hey, let's do an album. Let's do a whole album together.
Genius.
Man, like genius. Natural genius.
Like to come, it's one thing to never be in the studio before. It's one thing to never be in the studio and come in and everything you do is right. Like you didn't have to correct her on much of anything.
As a producer, that's what you want to do.
Exactly.
You want to say, we want you to turn this down or do this a little different. No.
She made it easy.
She made it so easy.
She made it easy.
Even with doing music. Like, I wrote the song Why Did I? And I did the vocals and arrangement and did the music. But when she recorded it, I was like, oh, that's how it's supposed to be done. It was a song that I wrote and produced, but I was like, oh, that's how it's supposed to be done.
It's funny because like I have that aha moment a lot of times when I'm filming, to where like when I get an actor and they do something that's like golden, that like I looked that ain't in the script, but do that again or do something like
so you get the same feeling
all the time.
Wow.
All the time. Like even with producing music, I kind of expect it. I want it from an artist.
Right.
Like I want that artist to hit a note that I ain't even know, because I can't sing.
Right.
I can't sing.
I try not to sing.
I'm gonna hurt your ears.
Right.
So, but I can hold it tune enough to give you the general idea of what I want the song to be. So when I'm arranging and writing, I'm like, okay, I want to sing it like this and sing it like this. But then when that artists who actually can sing, they get it and it clicks and they actually sing it. Yeah. And it sounds
exactly.
When you get used to hearing it in your own head and you're not a singer, and you hear an actual singer do it.
Yeah. You're like, it takes your breath away. Like you in heaven at that point.
I was like, that's an amazing feeling. So when it comes to filming, I give all my actors the same speech. I was like, I'm not going to have you do something that I'm not willing to do myself. But my main rule is we're going to do it at least once the way it's written exactly on paper. Then after we get that out the way, then if you feel something, we can try it, but it also, as long as we stick in time. So at least if we got an hour to get everything done, we going to get the main stuff done, and then we going to play around with it. a lot of times the actors, they blow me away sometimes. Like,
so talk about that process of putting a film together, because you've been doing this for years,
man,
and the writing, the putting the stages together, each scene together, what is the process that you go through?
here's the crazy thing about it. I say two things that I had to realize. If you're going to be a filmmaker, one of two things is going to happen. Either you're already insane or you're going to go insane.
Okay.
Because it's one of the most enjoyable, stressful feelings in the world. So for me, my process is it all starts with a dream. Mm-hmm. Everything I've pretty much written always was like a dream, and I've been blessed to be able to remember every dream I've had since I was little. Wow. Started out with I used to have night terrors. Hated it. Then my mom used to say, hey, write about it. Tell me, write down, because I couldn't explain it. Right. I knew it, but she was like, write about it. So I started writing about it. And then she was reading it. She was like, oh, this is a good story. That ain't a story. That's good.
That's real life.
That's why I was up all night. That's why I couldn't go to sleep. Right. But as I got older, say like in 6th grade, I always used to always draw and everything. But in 6th grade is when I really start writing stories out, like full-fledged stories. And then junior high, it got even more and more in depth with the stories. I didn't start writing full scripts until freshman year. The first full script I wrote was it was a hood movie called Holla at Me. You know, this is doing Boys in the Hood.
Belly area. Yeah.
So it was called Holla at Me. And this is when I first experienced how other people reacted to what I wrote. Okay. So I'm in art class. I'll be in there. So two of the guys in the class, they used to tease everybody. I don't want to call them bullies, because they didn't really bully people, but they was the class clowns. Right. So they took the script one day and was just reading it. Didn't tell me nothing. They just took it, started reading it. Then found out they started letting other people in the class read it. Didn't know this. Wow. So next thing, one day I come into class, everybody in class done picked out what character they were. Wow. And was acting out as if they were the characters. Not necessarily the scenes, but they were acting out as the characters. Oh, wow. So two of the guys that was like they best friends, but they each picked a character on opposite sides. Okay. So they was acting like they was beefing in class. Yeah. Where one day they staged a fake fight. And so the teacher was like, hey, where's all this coming from? So when they told him it was from my script, he took my script and was like, hey, he's disrupting class. He called my mom. He's like, look, I read the story. He's a talented writer, but he can't bring his script to class no more. Wow. And so to this day, it's people that I'm close friends with because of that first script.
That's crazy.
So growing from there, writing has been my outlet for everything. Mm-hmm. So I'll write a poem, of course, write music. Let me correct something. I'm looking at y'all out there. Let me make sure. When I say write music, I'm just talking about the words. I can't write notes. I don't take that on. I don't even begin to be.
Understand that, yeah.
For those who can actually write music notes, I applaud y'all. Right. But starting to write the way I do it, the script process is the biggest process for me. Once I get the story down, 9 times out of 10, I already have the whole story from beginning to end planned out in my head. Okay. My wife, she when I met her, she told me, hey, why aren't you making movies? Because that's when we were deep in the music. Mm-hmm. And I was like, hey, I'm going to make money off the music. And the money I make from doing the music is what's going to pay for the movies. Right. She's like, but you love movies. Why you ain't making a movie? Mm. And she kept pushing. So after that, it's just, the first thing is just to get it out your head. That was the first thing, because I'll have like 5 different stories in my head and jot down notes and outlines, but never write the full script. I started getting the books, Elements of Screenwriting, and Sid Fielding and all that, and reading up on the format. So for a long time, I was handwriting in correct format. Okay. And then once they had different writing programs, like the holy grail of writing program is Final Cut. Mm-hmm. No, Final Draft. Sorry.
Final Draft. Yeah. I know
Final
what you meant. That's,
So
my brother sent me that from California.
Mm-hmm. So Final Draft is the holy grail of writing.
Yeah.
But couldn't afford Final Draft at the time, so I was using like Celtics and then I stopped using Celtics because it got too cumbersome in how you could use it. That where you had too many people could like attach themselves to your project and edit it.
Okay.
Because it was a
like open source.
It was like an open source where you could collab.
Okay.
But once you collab somebody, like it didn't just for that one project. Whatever project they connected with, I was like, I'm cool on that.
Right.
So then I started writing in Word.
Okay.
But I adjusted all the parameters to be in correct writing format.
Okay.
Then I was like, I came across Writer Duet. Been using Writer Duet ever since. Still can't afford Final Draft yet, but Writer Duet is the next best thing for me.
Okay.
But after I write the script, 9 times 10, the next thing for me is I already have an idea what the characters look like. So then I go into casting. So a lot of times I've been blessed to have some very talented actors who have been in the majority of my films, from my very first one to my upcoming series.
Okay.
So once I get the people and the cast, and once I got all them enrolled, everything just ran smooth from there.
Yeah, and I see you sometimes online. You post like, okay, if I had the budget to hire blah blah blah, they would play this character and they would play this character.
Yeah, that's my fantasy casting series.
Okay,
that's what I love. I call that's my workout practice.
Okay,
a lot of times I'll have movie ideas and I'll say, hey, here's the idea, and this is fantasy casting. So I'm talking as if I already casted this movie with these people.
Right.
But a lot of times it's just like I needed to get that idea out.
That's insane because it's not the bad way insane.
Right.
It's crazy that you go through that process because me as a I don't know what I am, because I do illustration, I do graphic design, I do podcasting, I do music, I do video. I want to start doing more series type of things, but I wrote a book before. So so my creative process can be all over the place. Like I want to be able to take an idea on paper that I drew out, make it into a movie or a cartoon, score it with music that I've created, do the voiceover work because I can do voiceover work,
right, and
then put it together as a film,
right.
And that process is a lot.
It is. It is. First, you're a Renaissance man. You're a Renaissance man. I forgot who it was. It was like it was an older gentleman that I used to do plays with years ago, and he told me this. He said Renaissance men are the ones back in the day. If you look it up, especially in like back in Harlem and all that, if you was a Renaissance man, you had your hands in some of everything. Like you were knowledgeable in everything, so you can move in any circle.
Right.
And it was just, and the artistic side of that is just expansive. So, but you being able to access all that, this is the gift and the curse.
Yeah.
Of it all. You have access to all of it, but it's not meant for you to have to do it all.
Right.
And that's where we mess up, because we be like, we feel like it's my baby. I got to take it. I got to do it. I can't. Here, you go ahead and do that. Yeah, I don't like how you do it.
Exactly.
It's like, yeah, whatever. I don't like how you did that, Sarge.
Exactly.
So it's hard to let go enough to do it. So what helped me is like when you find a core team. People who believe in the vision as much as you do, they trust you with the vision. That when you know that they trust you with your vision and trust your leadership in the vision, you trust them to execute. That means I don't have to hold on so much.
Right.
Like I don't have to hold on so tightly to this. Because you ever try to like hold on to a rope, like when you're doing a tug of war and you holding on and it's just like they pulling so tight and it's like, you know what, let go.
Yeah.
And it's like they fall back and you get a big laugh of it. That's what it is. We're in a tug of war with ourselves. We gotta stop trying to hold on so tight to the idea and the vision of it, because we put it on there lock and key and we don't know tight. What's the point? Because it's not for us.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the hard part, because even when we did the Rise and Grind morning show, like when we first started doing it, I started the show, like did the first couple episodes. I had Leah, had Montrese, I had DeJuan, 18-year-old kid, taught him how to run the show and everything. And it was great. Like, but I was at work. Like I did the first couple episodes, then I had to go back to work. So I'm at work and I'm watching it live on my phone. I'm like, every 10 seconds, I'm like, hey man, like you gotta like make sure like make sure his mic is like, why is his mic making that noise? Like change
it's the details.
Yeah, the details. And you know, and I feel like I was too hard on him because he don't know as much as I know. He didn't know like what to do in those situations, because I've been through it. I've been through working at the church, doing the sound system and doing the camera at the same time.
Your ear's trained for it now.
Right. So I've been and working like concerts and stuff. I've done that. Live concerts with nationally known artists, doing sound for them.
Right.
So I've been doing that for years. So for me to expect an 18-year-old who's probably never done, he probably worked a soundboard in the studio, his home studio, but nothing else. Right. For me to expect that of him was like probably pretty hard, but it made him great. It made him great. Yeah, right. It made him great, as like he wants to do that. Now he's filming and doing all this other stuff too. So yeah, I was hard on him, but I mean, he got something out of it.
It's the lesson. It's the lesson in it. It's like we have to bump our heads in order to learn the lesson, to grow as an artist, as a creative, in whatever we're passionate about. But also sometimes we are put in a position to where we have to lead by example, or we have to lead by, someone put it, and I quote a lot of people because I'm always looking for inspiration, but I never remember who it is. I'm terrible with names. But someone put it as like, it's like being riding on a sleigh. Like you have two leaders. You have you holding the reins, you cracking the whip, whatever you when you're on the sleigh. Then like with the dogs, you have the series of dogs, but they always have that one dog that's the lead. Right. But that dog that's the lead is leading the dogs, but you're in charge of that. You're kind of in the back shouting the orders, and that dog that's in the lead is the one that's executing. Yeah. But you also have to trust those other dogs to follow suit for you to get where you're trying to go. Right. So when it comes to filming, as a director, the director doesn't have to know how to do everything, but he has to know everything. Okay. I know how I want the lights to be set up, but it's not for me to be the one that have to set up the lights every single time. Right. So I have to trust somebody that I can be able to communicate with them. Like, I need this light to turn blue at this moment when they say this line, and they have to know how to set it up for me. Right. But also, it's not for me to hold the boom mic the whole time. But I have to be able to communicate, all right, if you hold the boom mic this way, it's going to be shadows. So can you not get the shadows, find the right spot? I have to trust them to be able to do that and move that way. Because if I don't, and I'm trying to do everything, the day is shot because I'm doing everything and nothing's getting accomplished. So by the time we film and I call action, now I'm drawing a blank because I'm worrying about, is that camera moving the way it's supposed to be moving? Is that camera set up to match this camera? If that boom mic get that shadow in there in front of their face one more time, oh, he got the whole mic in the shot. That light is not on. Was that light on when I moved that over there? Right. You got all this going through your head, and the main thing that I need to happen when I call action is the actors. Yeah, that's what you need to focus on. I'm leaving the actors out to dry, so they just doing whatever. Like my first feature film, Love or Nothing at All. That was the most irritating but fun filming I've ever had, because love my actors, love my cast, but when they didn't know a line, they went in. They went in. It's it's like it's one whole scene. It's one whole bar sequence where I think everybody forgot their lines. So it was supposed to be an argument. Oh, so they just went in arguing with F you, no F you. He ain't and she ain't. Well, watch what you saying. Watch what you saying. I'm looking like I didn't write none of that. Y'all losing the plot. What's going on? Right. But it worked. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, for those who don't know, it may work, but for me, it's irking the crap out of me.
Yeah.
But that was because I was trying to do everything.
Wow.
And you have to be able to let go. You have to be able to let go. But the hard part is finding the people you trust to let go.
Yeah. And as somebody like who wants to create something or who has created something, you're looking at this is how I created, this is how it's supposed to be. Like, how is anybody else supposed to know how it's supposed to look or how it's supposed to feel or how it's supposed to look or how it's supposed to make somebody else feel? But you have to trust that your vision, if you implemented your vision the correct way to your cast or to your co-host or whoever, your co-workers, your co-owners or whoever, you have to trust that your vision has came across.
Right.
And they can adopt that same vision.
Right.
And we did that on the morning show. Like that's what I'm proud of. Is like something that I had an idea in my head and created. Like we needed a morning show, especially around that time in COVID.
Right.
Like nobody was working and people needed something to look forward to every morning. So we created the morning show to have, talk to local artists, local business owners, kind of like the Breakfast Club of Toledo. And it was fun. It was a headache at the same time. It was a lot, but I'm proud of what we did accomplish. I mean, it's not a movie, it's not a film, but I think we did like 300 something episodes.
That's what's up.
And I think that's something to be proud of.
Very much so. It's all relative.
Yeah.
Like music, artwork, film, podcasts. It's all connected. You can't. Lack of people get mad at me. You can't have one without the other. It's like you can't have a good movie and there's no music in it.
Right. Oh, right. Yeah.
You can't. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But you also can't have good music.
No.
And it'll go so far.
Yeah.
But if you don't have they put out a music video and it's a terrible video.
You're like, oh, that song sucks.
That song is terrible.
Right.
It's like, because now every time I hear that song, I'm gonna envision this video. Like it was a Tank, not Tank. What is his name? I'll remember it. Case. Case was doing an interview, and he talked about how in one song he said, "I can't sing no more." He really, when he said that, he lost his voice.
So he said that in the studio?
He said it in the studio, and they kept it. So when you watch the video and you hear that, you like, I can't sing no more. You thinking emotional. No, he lost his voice. But we didn't know that because the video was so dope. We thought it was all part of the video. He was emotional. If he wasn't emotional and said, I can't sing no more. And it's like, this video sucks. Nobody can't sing no more. It's like, but the way they filmed the video, even back in the day when you just in the desert, if you went in the desert with your shirt blowing in the wind, your video was terrible.
Right.
I need you. I need to do this in your song. You got to do the grab.
Right.
If you ain't do none of that, your video sucked.
Yeah.
But I always said it's all relative. You can't have creativity is so universal that if you are a creative person, you can't help but draw other creatives from other avenues because it all pieces like you doing graphic designs. It's people that need movie covers, album covers, promotional material. That's all relative. Album covers for this, and you get the creator that's going to draw people in. And in the day and age of the digital world and AI and the way things is progressing so quickly, it's just like to be in the space to know how to navigate it. You ahead of the curve already.
Right.
Like people argue like, oh, AI is the death of film. No, AI is just like any other tool. If you know how to use it, it will enhance what you're already doing.
Yep. And I try to ask people who are creative, especially graphic designers and filmmakers and photographers, like AI does all that. Now, do you think that using AI as a filmmaker, as a photographer, as a graphic designer, does that diminish who you are as an artist? I say no.
I agree.
Okay.
It doesn't. Because here's the thing about AI. AI learns from what you program into it, and then it acts on that.
Yep.
So there's still a piece of you
Yeah,
in it.
exactly.
Because if you're not plugging in there what you want and how you want it to be, AI has nothing to go off of.
And I've learned this using AI. It's like if I tell AI to create me a table, that table is going to look so basic because I didn't give it any details. I didn't give it any nuance of how I want it to look, or is it a tall table, 6 foot table? Is it 3D or what is it? So it's just giving me a basic table.
Right.
So your creativity goes a long way when using AI.
And so when people get afraid and say, well, AI is about to remove the need for actors and everything. It's like, no, that's not true. Well, look what they did when they had the hologram of Tupac and the hologram of Prince. And I was like, yeah, but they had Tupac and Prince to build off of.
Yeah.
So anything moving forward, I can't sit up here and say, yeah, I'm about to have Denzel be in my movie and then try to do it AI and I don't have any information off of Denzel for the AI to work off of.
Right.
It's going to be named Denzel, but he's going to be acting like David.
Right. You got to have his likeness, his characteristics, his programming. Like when I say his programming, like the way he functions as an actor, the way he speaks, his speech pattern. Like you can't duplicate that.
No, you can't. And that's where the soul of the creative comes into play.
Yeah.
AI is at a point to where it does amazing things.
Yeah.
Just like when computer graphics was a big thing when it first started breaking through. We had to look at how computer graphics CGI was in movies back in the day. And we was like, that was terrible. But was it? At the time, it wasn't because nothing was being done like that.
Right.
Like Jurassic Park, the CGI they used to make that. Nobody, before Jurassic Park, wasn't nobody worried about dinosaurs coming back.
Right.
And it was back in the day, at the time where you was like, I know that's not real, but it looks dope how they did it. Then you come up now, it's CGI gotten to the point to where it's like they're doing whole movies off of motion capture.
Yeah. Avatar, exactly.
And it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Now you have AI where they don't even have to do as much motion capture. But guess what? You still got to have the voice actor. Well, AI can copy the voice, but it don't sound the same.
Right.
The inflection, the energy, the
emotion,
soul, the emotion, that's not there. You can't program that into a computer. That's because if I'm saying a line that's like, I hate you and I will never forgive you. Now I plug that in. I want you to be real angry. I hate you. I'll never forgive you.
It doesn't sound authentic.
It's not authentic.
Yeah.
But sometimes, even with acting, like as an actor can want to yell it, I hate you, I'll never forgive you. But that's not going to sell it.
No.
Sometimes they have to be like, hey, I hate you right now. And I don't know when, but right now I don't feel like God will ever forgive you. Now, that'll hold more weight with the audience because sometimes that's how we feel in real life.
Right.
I want to smack you in your mouth for what you just did, but I can't because I love you enough to where I don't want to hurt you. But right now, I can't be around you. So AI cannot replace the soul of what it means to be a creative, the soul of an actor, the soul of a musician.
Yeah. Especially with me. I mean, acting and music, I think, goes hand in hand because it comes from a certain place that other things can't come from.
Right.
Acting comes from your soul. Like I was watching First Take this morning, and Marlon Wayans was talking about his new film, Him, that he did with Jordan Peele. And they filmed that during COVID. And that's when he lost his mother. His dad had passed away recently. So he took those emotions and brought that into the film. You can't create that with no computer.
You can't.
That takes a different emotion musically too. When someone is going through, Erykah Badu was going through something when she wrote certain songs.
Yeah.
Keisha Cole was going through a lot when she wrote that album.
That's Mary J's whole career.
Right. So you can feel that.
Right.
You can feel those emotions. Sometimes when you watch a movie, you're like, why am I crying?
Right.
This is just a movie. Like, no, that's not just a movie.
Felt it.
You're feeling what they're putting out there. That's their soul crying out on film. You can feel. You can't recreate that with AI.
Right. No. One of my favorite movies, and people dogged it. It went under the radar, but I still think it's one of the best emotional films that I've seen in a long time, and that's 7 Pounds with Will Smith.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The weight he brought to that, you can't program that into AI.
I think he's one of the most underrated actors when it comes to a serious role.
Mm-hmm.
Like he is very even when I watched what's the one he did with his son?
Pursuit of Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness. Like that is a very emotional film. That felt real.
Yeah.
Especially with Jaden, the way he acted, that felt real. They put real emotions into those roles.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the artwork that you can really appreciate.
Right. That's another movie that kind of speaks volume. Now, this movie, I think if it would have been done today with AI, it may have done more. But for what it did when it came out, I have yet to see a movie that was filmed as beautifully as this was. And that's What Dreams May Come with Robin Williams and Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah.
So you have a movie where you have a man who dies, goes to heaven, finds out that his wife finally died, and he's waiting for her to come to heaven because they're soulmates. And find out she went to hell.
Yeah.
So now he has to traverse through the afterlife to try to find his wife.
Uh-huh.
What made that the acting by itself, we can't even begin to describe how well they acted at. You can't AI that.
Right.
But how they made each and every scene look like an actual painting. Like down to like when he stepped on the ground, he slid because it was actually like paint. And it was like, that's something you can't program into, you can't leave for AI to do on its own.
Right.
Somebody had to think of that. Somebody had to feel that. Somebody
that's creativity.
AI
is not creative.
AI is a tool. And that's where I think where people getting afraid of. People are getting afraid of being replaced by a tool. You can't, even if they did, somebody still has to know how to work that tool.
Right. I was about to say, you got to learn that tool.
Right.
But if you learn the tool, there's no way for you to get replaced.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not saying that AI is going to take over for graphic designers because I've been using I do tests with AI.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody say, okay, I need a logo, blah, 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 this is what I need, this is the colors I need, and I put it in AI and see what they come up with without giving it any specific details, and it's trash.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do a logo myself. I say, okay, that looks way better than what AI can do. But then what I'll do is put my logo into AI and say, how can I enhance this logo by making it more appealing to the client? And he'll give me 3 options to say, okay, do this, and do that. And that's how you can navigate saying, okay, AI is not creative, but you can use it. It can be creative or it can replace, but it can't replace.
It can't. Because like I even like with I've been using AI to flesh out ideas and outlines and stuff. Like I tried it 2 ways. One way I just said, here's the basic idea. A man walks in the store and gets locked in and has to survive the night because something is after him. Just something basic. And just to let AI plan it out. And I'm like, ugh. That don't make any sense.
That's pretty stupid.
But now I got it to where if I'm writing, AI will ask me like, hey, this is how this could start. Do you want us to continue on this way or do you want to try to go this route?
That sounds like Gemini, not ChatGPT.
No, I use ChatGPT right now. ChatGPT, the newer version, the 5.3 or whatever it is, the newer version will ask you like, what are you doing? And I'll go through, I remember I spent the day, I didn't do anything. I was like, let me try this AI stuff out. Let me start writing something. And I put in something and I didn't like it. So I put in something else. I didn't like it. Like it took me from when I woke up about 10 o'clock that morning to about 10 o'clock at night arguing with ChatGPT. Because it was like, it was doing what I was asking, but it just didn't feel right. But I also wasn't given enough of what I wanted.
Right.
So now like I can go in and put in a paragraph of what I want to happen in a scene or in a section of a book or whatever. And ChatGPT because it's learned me.
Yep. Yep.
It'll now write in my voice. It'll write in my style. So it knows what key points, what bullet points to hit.
Yep. And I try to tell somebody, like, everybody's ChatGPT is different. It has to be different.
Right.
Because it goes off of your personality, what you put it in, what you're requesting, and like what it's predicting for you to do.
Exactly.
Because it learned you over time. And I have no way of knowing like how good it would get, ChatGPT, like how advanced it would get if it'll turn into a personal robot or whatever.
Right.
But I believe that in the future that it will be like a part of us as far as like everyday usage,
right?
Especially with creatives. Like I use ChatGPT especially for writing for the website. Whenever I do a podcast, I did a podcast with LaPala Crawford talking about film, talking about AI, talking about artistry, and we did it on this date and this episode number, and write this into the description for YouTube. Boom, it's right there.
Right, and
I think there's nothing wrong with that.
It's not. It's a tool.
Yeah,
it's a tool. Let's put it in perspective. If you break it down to the bare bones, AI with everyone, Gemini, ChatGPT, what is it? Is it not Midsummer? But there's so many out there, different programs, Sono and all that. That if you go back in the day before all this technology, we trying to figure out how to write something. You had to get a thesaurus.
Yep.
You had to get an almanac.
Yep.
The dictionary. It was just in books.
Right.
So you had to actually look through the book to find what you're trying to do. You had to write a paper.
Go to the library and go to the Dewey Decimal System.
Dewey Decimal System. If you had to write a report on somebody, you can't put in chat, hey AI, tell me about Jesse Coleman and what his life when he was 14 years old. What do you have on record of at 1995, whatever you put in there, it's gonna do all the searching for you, but you still had to research it. Before, we had to go through those books and find a page, and then we also had to pick out what we wanted to use, and because we also had to quote.
And we couldn't use it verbatim.
Exactly.
We had to use it in our own words, otherwise we'll get in trouble.
You can quote, but you can only quote so much.
Right. And then came Google and Bing and Yahoo, and it was helpful, but you still had to go out and get the book and blah blah blah, do the same thing all over again. Now with ChatGPT, it's like, tell me about. I want to write a story about Jim Jackson. I want to write about his high school career, his college career, his pro career, and his career after basketball and broadcasting. Give me some good points of where I can, and that's what it does for you.
Right.
It's not going to write it for you. No,
it's a tool.
If you have it write it for you, that's on you. But it's not going to be authentic.
But even with that, now if you have it write it all for you, now people know that you had ChatGPT writing, because there's certain telltale signs. And
you can see it like but sometimes they leave that little thing at the bottom. Would you like me to continue?
Right, exactly.
You're like, wait a minit. What are you talking about?
Like, I forgot to delete that. It's like, no, don't mind. I was talking to you. Do you want to continue reading?
Story.
But it's learning the tools. Like, I used to be afraid of learning stuff. I'm not gonna lie. When I came to film, I was a purist. I was like, I got my camera. I'm going to film it. And like, then it's like, well, I need this person's arm to be set on fire. I'm not messing with real fire. So how am I gonna do that? So let me go ahead and find somebody who know how to make fire with graphics and AI and all that. And it's not so much about knowing how to do everything, which once again, as a filmmaker, as a creative, you get caught up in wanting to be the one to know how to do everything.
Right.
Sometimes it's just knowing where to go to get the answer.
Yeah.
Knowing who to go to. It's a collaborative thing. Being creative is very collaborative. And that's, I think, where a lot of the most tortured artists they're tortured because they get so caught up in trying to be everything for everyone instead of just being who they are and learning who they can go grab and who they can okay, I can draw, but I cannot do anything with graphic design.
Okay.
So somebody was like, hey, Bell, can you do a graphic design? I can draw you out one, and then I can go to Jesse, and Jesse can make it a graphic design.
All right.
But if I'm sitting up here, I was like, yeah, I can do it. I'll draw it, and I'll be up in the computer, but like, how come it ain't looking like how I drew it? It don't.
All right. It don't translate.
It's not, and I have to know my strengths, and I have to know my weaknesses.
Yeah.
Like I used to be, like I love tattoos. I can draw the tattoo. But I don't think I can got the steady hand to.
So you thought about doing it? Yeah, I thought about it too. Like especially in high school, I used to draw for people. Like draw me this, draw me that. Like okay, and then they would take it and make it a tattoo. Like wait a minute, maybe I should tattoo, but I don't think I have that in me to do that.
Right, exactly.
To be a tattoo artist.
But I know where to go to get it.
Right. Yeah.
So once you learn your strengths and your weaknesses, which I shouldn't say weaknesses, but you know what you're best at.
Right.
Charlie Numbers, once again, is one of the phrases that he used to tell us when we was doing music back in the day. He's like, everybody have to know how to move without the ball. Like when you on the team, everybody can't have the ball in their hand at the same time.
Yeah.
And think about it, like with the Bulls, that triangle defense wouldn't have worked if everybody was trying to do what Jordan was doing.
Exactly.
That they had to move without the ball. Yep. Like if Pippen wasn't over here or Rodman wasn't over here,
it wouldn't work.
It wouldn't have worked. So when it comes to, especially filming, when it comes to like I can direct, I can work the camera, but I got to a point to where I had to get a DP, a guy named Larry Williams. Dope. He knows exactly what he's doing, and we've worked together enough to where he knows what I want, and I know how to communicate it to him to get him to do it. Now, when we have more than one camera, I may jump on the camera, but he's still in charge of the camera stuff. So a lot of times, he'll be setting up the cameras while I'm talking to the cast. And like my wife, she's our executive producer. She organizes everything behind the scenes. So it's a lot of stuff to where they'll be like, "Hell, how do we do this?" Or "What do you want me to do for this scene?" And I'll be like, "What?" Because I'll be focused on something else. But I was like, well, talk to Sharice. She got the schedule of what we doing next. Yeah. And she might check in. She's like, she'll come have with this. Did y'all finish this scene yet? I was like, yeah. All right, cool. We already finished that scene, so we ain't gonna worry about that. We doing this scene next. So get ready for these lines, go over your lines. While he's setting up, y'all run your lines. She'll handle all that while I'm working with Larry or whoever I have on my crew, getting set up for the next scene. Or if I have to focus on a certain actor to get them ready for their scene, I can focus on that because everybody else is doing what they're supposed to do behind the scenes.
Right.
But if I'm trying to run around and do it all, you got a lot of downtime, people sitting around.
Waiting on you.
Waiting on me to finish what I'm doing. And depending on how difficult is this actor being, that may take up some time. What if I run into a technical issue while the camera ain't running right, or if it's running, but I keep getting, it's grainy, it's a lot of noise in the scene. Or if I keep, where's this shadow coming from? It's not the boom mic, I already cussed him out, so I know he ain't doing it no more. But it's still a shadow there that shouldn't be there. Where's that coming from? If I'm the only one trying to figure out and put out all these different fires, and I got a team of people that's with me, but I'm not letting them do what they're good at, because I brought them on to be good at doing those specific things.
You're limiting your own capabilities.
Exactly.
Wow. That kind of reminds me of Tyler Perry when he was saying that for a long time, like he would be the only one writing and putting out ideas. And you could tell. You could tell that he was the only one writing and putting out the ideas.
Right.
He had to let some stuff go. In order for him to be successful as he wanted to be, he had to let some stuff go. Yeah. And you can still see this is all Tyler Perry's paradise or whatever. But he had to let some stuff go. And that's what brought him to where he is now.
Right.
So speaking of Tyler Perry, like, what do you feel about the way he films?
It's inspiring in a way because he's found a way to be effective within a certain amount of time.
Yep, that time is very key.
And like to be able to film like he does consistently. He films the way most plays operate.
Yep.
When you have a play, you had that weekend run, or if it's a one night run, you have a certain amount of time to get everything done and ready. And once you call action, it's go. So when he films, he kind of films like no nonsense. This is what it is. I'm cool with having fun, but if the work ain't done, say the fun for later. We'll have fun after we finish.
Yeah.
That's when we can really enjoy it and celebrating the work we've done, but be serious. So for him to push out projects like he is, and a lot of times what I come to find out, the reason why he can push out so many projects as much as he does, because he's taking ownership with his own studio and everything. Because a lot of times the reason why a lot of movies would take 6-7 months.
Somebody else has a studio from this time, time. Yep.
Yeah, they have a studio from this time, or the studio's like, hey, we gonna push this project back.
Yeah.
We got everything in place. We gonna push this project back.
Waiting for them to give you the okay.
Right, but he doesn't have to ask for that permission no more because he's the studio, and he's doing everything in house.
Yep. I saw an interview. I think it was Sherry Shepherd. She was talking about the last movie that she did with Tyler Perry, and she was talking about the film, whatever, and how fun it was and how serious it was. But then she was talking about how he filmed. And she did a scene. I think it was in the bank scene. And at the end of the scene, she was like, "Okay, where's the next camera?" He's like, "No, there's no next camera. I got them all."
Yeah.
What do you mean you got every angle just now? Like, yeah, I got cameras there. There's a camera there, and there's a camera there. I got all angles covered. Like, we're done. Go to the next scene. Like,
Right.
what? Most people don't film like that.
Well, here's the thing. Most independents don't film like that because they ain't got the resources.
The budget, yeah.
But filming with multiple cameras has always been a thing.
Yeah.
But creatively, and this is just how technology has advanced so much. Before, you may have 3 huge cameras about as big as this table.
Yep.
So you gotta maneuver and have people move within the way, and you got a team of 5 or 6 people trying to move one camera with this actor. So you may be able to get 3 angles, and then, but now you can have. I'm gonna put a camera here. I'm gonna put a camera in your mic, and I'm gonna put a camera in your head looking at me, and the camera in my head looking at you,
or 10K,
8K, and the only reason why, like, I'll take for example, Sinners, with Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan.
Yep.
The only reason why they had to reshoot scenes really was because Michael B. Jordan had to change into the next character.
Right, his brother.
And they had a I forgot what they called it, but they had a special camera that was pre-programmed. So if they filmed it this way, any movement that they made with that camera, it would remember it.
Wow.
So when they reset and he was playing as the other character, the camera would move the exact same way. So it wouldn't.
What is that, AI?
No. Well, it could be. I don't know. But whatever they did with that camera to have it remember, the way they programmed to remember, it would program the movements, it would do the movements, it remember it. Then when he changed, it would move the same way. So when you see the 2 characters of him together, it seems like the camera's moving.
It was seamless,
and that's where they've been doing split screen for years.
Right.
But when you watch the split screen, you be like, that's where the split
you
screen.
see it,
Because they would have to have one camera, film it, then they would have to try to remember and move it the same way, and it maybe it's slightly off. Or they have a body double, or they have a little tennis ball that they have to react to, like, this is you, fight yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
But now, the way technology has moved, it gives us the answer to that mystery that we have. How are we gonna get the shot?
Yeah.
We can get the shot. You do one good take, I'm gonna catch it.
Right.
Because it's a camera there. It's not even gonna catch you. Like if your hair was out of place back here, we got a camera back there that caught that. That's so close on your neck. The hairs on the back of your neck stood up. We got a camera on that. Like so, for him to have that, and that once again that goes back to that timing. He came up with a way to be efficient, but cut on time.
Yep.
Because like you have movies that take like you may have 6 months of prepping for the movie, especially if it's like an action movie. They train for 6 months to a year to get ready for this movie. And then when they start filming, they have another 6 months to a year to film everything. Now, if they film it in one spot or on a lot or anything like that, that's different. That's less time they have to worry about. But if I got to travel to Jamaica for this scene, and then we got to go to the Arctic for this scene, and we're going to Iceland to film this part of the movie, and then we coming back and going to Greenland for this movie, then yeah, that might be a year or so.
Right.
Or it just could be within that 6 months if that's all you got to do is travel to go get to the different locations.
And most time, when Tyler Perry's filming, it's right there on his lot. Yeah. Have you seen his lot in person? No. We went. Last time we went to Atlanta, we went with the morning show. We took it down there because RC was doing something in Atlanta for somebody, and so we did the morning show there. But the first thing we did when we got to Atlanta was go see his lot. Oh my God, you can't get in. First of all,
I already know. I already know.
But it is like it's a whole city, a whole city within Atlanta, but a whole city. It's unbelievable. It's probably the size of Savannah.
Think about it. Think of what he's accomplished. And I think this is where a lot of the hate that he gets comes from. Because when people can't fathom themselves doing something and they see you doing that, how can he do that? That's how dare he?
Right.
But to fathom you had Coming to America with Eddie Murphy, and you had Bad Boys, all filmed on Tyler Perry's lot.
I didn't know Bad Boys was too.
The last Bad Boys movie?
What?
They filmed scenes on Tyler Perry's lot.
Wow.
That's why if you sit through the credits, there's a lot of movies across a great span of genres to where you'll see that Georgia Peach.
That's him? Logo. That's his lot?
Not necessarily just his lot, but a lot of it is on his lot.
Okay.
A lot of it is just in Georgia because they using his his lot in his studios.
Wow.
To film a lot of the sound stages and all that kind of stuff. They're filming a lot on Tyler Perry Studios back lots. Outside of what he's doing with his own stuff.
Right.
So like if we wanted to film a movie, we could actually submit a pitch to Tyler Perry's lot and say, hey, we would like to use this lot, your back lot, to film this. And they, depending on your budget and what the movie is, you may be able to get in there and film on there.
Right.
But that's a whole nother revenue. He's not just creating for himself, he's providing a space for other people to create. Yeah. And now the studios think about it like this. You have a studio that came in originally when you first get into your filming business and they tell you, hey, we don't think these movies are gonna work, so we only gonna give you $5 million to make your first movie. He's like, okay, well, I guarantee you I'm gonna make this kind of money back. So when I take that $5 million, after I make this money back and then some, then y'all gonna give me whatever I want after that.
Right.
You see how that worked out for him. Now, these same lots, that studios that just say we only gonna give you $5 million is now coming to him. It's like, hey, can we use your lot to film?
That's insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Especially when you have studios who were like, there's a lot of movies that are considered flops because they didn't make money back. Well, it wasn't that they didn't make money back, but a lot of times, whatever your initial budget is, you have to make twice that back in theater sales and all that kind of stuff on the back end for it to be considered successful. And if they don't make that, I was like, oh, that was a flop. What you mean that was a flop? This movie was amazing, but it didn't make back the money. So when you get to a point where I'm on the front end, y'all can pay me to use my lot. Y'all thought I had to ask you for permission to make my movies, but now you have to ask me for permission to make the movie. That's something that there's a lot of filmmakers that have not made that kind of movie.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see many filmmakers doing that. They depend on Hollywood and their lot and Warner Brothers lot and whoever lot they're filming on to do stuff. And for him to do that on his own, that's a powerful move. And I know a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people hate it.
Yeah.
A lot of people that don't look like us don't like it. So we've probably been doing this for almost an hour. So I'm gonna ask you last few questions. Top 5. Well, I was gonna say comedy movies, but let's do top 5 movies ever.
That's a loaded question.
It is.
Because my top 5 may shift based on the mood, but
yeah.
So I'm gonna go for a couple of reasons, and I'm gonna go with the impact they had on me when I watched them. Now, when I say this top 5, I can't say this is gonna be my top 5 forever, but this is just my top 5 for right now in this conversation.
Right.
I have to put Sinners in there because of what Ryan Coogler was able to accomplish with this movie being one of the most successful original ideas to be filmed.
Yeah.
And to bring, he didn't bring anything different to the vampire genre, but he gave it a new way of looking at it. And of course, like I said, him and Michael B. Jordan, they don't miss.
Yeah.
They work together. They just, I have not seen any of their projects that have done terrible.
Right.
So Sinners is number 5. Big Trouble in Little China.
Really?
Big Trouble in Little China is one of my favorite movies because it's one of the only movies I can remember ever watching that had every genre in it. You can get comedy, you can get the horror, the action, the sci-fi, the little bit of drama. You got some of everything in that movie, and it was entertaining. Especially when you got Kurt Russell doing his version of John Wayne.
Right.
So you have Big Trouble in Little China. Then What Dreams May Come.
Okay.
We talked about the visuals of that one. Rosewood. That movie, to this day, I can't watch without getting mad. I'm not trying to be out here
race
baiting and all this, but Rosewood will make you mad, but it was so good how they put it together. And I think this is a little known. I can't say little known. For me, it's one of those movies to where it impacted me in a way that I didn't think it would, but it was a perfect combination of everything I love about film and music, and that's The Wiz. The Wiz has the perfect blend of music and filming. So I was like, yeah, that's excuse me, that's my top 5.
Bless you.
Thank you. But The Wiz
is a very underrated film, I think, and a lot of people who are younger than us don't appreciate or can't appreciate it because they haven't really. They probably saw it, but didn't really look at it like we looked at it. First of all, we looked at it because Michael Jackson was in it, Diana Ross was in it, Nipsey was in it, so it was like these stars from our parents' days were like, oh, this is what is this? Like, oh wow! So it was
the music slapped.
The music, yes.
Music was just, especially if you a musician.
Yes.
I don't know no musician when they watch The Wiz. First of all, from beginning to end, you feeling the chord progressions and everything. I just sound like I know what I'm talking about, but
no, you do. You know what you're talking about.
But I don't know any musician that where if they would have loved to sit in on the whole Emerald City sequence. Just the way they changed with the different colors and how the music changed with the different colors and everything. It's like, if you ain't bobbing your head and you ain't rocking to Emerald City, you just don't love music.
Right. And that's what's crazy. Like now when I watch, and I don't think I've been like this my whole life. I think this happened later on in life to where now when I watch films, I look at them different and I listen to them different. Maybe it is because my brother's in films and stuff like that. So now I pay attention different. I was out there with him for 8 months. So he was telling me stuff like, oh, this is why they did this with the music in this scene. Like, wait a minute. They tricked us. It's not a trick, but it tells the story in the film. Like, wait a minute. Oh my God. That's why I'm starting feeling like that, because even now when I'm watching Food Network and they're cooking, they change the music based on what is going on.
It's been in plain sight. It's
always been there. Yeah, we just never pay attention to it.
Exactly. Like even with going back to Sinners, that's why it was in my top 5. If you listen to how they changed the music at different points, like I don't think anybody really caught how the music changed when Annie was first talking to Smoke, and she was like, "How you know I ain't say a prayer to protect you? How you know you heard the music change? Like what is she?
So now I got to go back and watch it.
Yeah." You'll hear the music change when she talks about that. Like, and it's so buried under, and it goes on. It's like, wait a minute, why is it doing that? Like, and you feel something.
Yeah.
When, like, okay, so for those who haven't seen Sinners, I'm sorry, this may be a spoiler. I'm just fair warning you. There's a scene to where I had to watch it. I just recently watched it a couple of days ago.
Okay. And
it just clicked for me. Watching it then, like it's a scene where they talk about all the time, the scene where Preacher Boy, when he sings and the roof on fire and he brings the different spirits from the different timelines and everything's going on, and you see Remick outside watching all that. Then it was like, well, we got that part, but why did Remick have that whole scene where he was singing and they was dancing outside? I was like, it didn't click for me, but that was Remick's way of trying to do what Sammy did.
Right.
But it wasn't the same.
It wasn't effective.
It wasn't the same. That's why he was so gung-ho on getting Sammy.
Yep.
That's why he said, I want your stories. I want your songs. I want everything that you did when you was singing and how you brought the house down, literally. I want that. I couldn't recreate that. Yeah, I created a community by turning everybody into vampires, and they could only go off of what I did. But you did something to where you didn't have to turn nobody. And you brought something back.
With your natural gift.
With your natural gift. And that's the thing about going back to our original statement about being a creative. The stuff we create and the things we do, it's not meant for us to hold on to.
Yep.
It's meant for us to put it out there. It's meant, and it's going to be a struggle because there's always going to be something that's either going to try to stop us from putting it out there, or it's going to be somebody that's going to try to take advantage of what we're trying to put out.
Yep. And that's why I have these conversations. Like that no, seriously, that is the reason why I have these conversations, because it opens me up, and it opens up to like learning new things about people. Like some you talk about, like I didn't know, I didn't know, and you taught me some things today, and that's why I love having these conversations with creatives, because it gives me inspiration. It gives me opportunity to tell my story, and it gives other people opportunities to see these stories and listen and get inspiration from them. So, like I said, I appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure.
I really want to do one with me, you, and Charlie when he comes in town. So, and Al. So all four of us. That'll be a treat for everybody.
Yeah, that'll be a blast. I'm looking forward to that.
So, this is one last thing that I always do at the end of every episode is name 3 things that you're appreciative of.
Number 1, just my life in general. To be able to be here, to know where I came from, the things that I've been through, and to know that I am not where I'm supposed to be yet, but I'm where I need to be right now. So that's a blessing within itself, because, like you said, it could be worse.
Yep.
My gift. My gift is something that I didn't understand for years. And I ain't gonna lie, there's some things about it I don't understand even now.
Right.
Because I'll sit up there and be like, you think this is good? My wife would be like, boy, if you don't shut up and just write, we need more of this. And I'm like, thank you. Oh, I needed that. But just the fact that I have this gift and this ability to write and create in that manner, that's a gift. Because I don't think if I had this, I don't know what I'd be doing. I'd probably be out here wilding out.
Right.
Stick them up. I'm like
probably not that. But
I'm just saying.
Something else, maybe.
I'm going that extreme, because if I didn't have this, I can't fathom doing anything positive beyond what I'm doing.
Okay.
When it comes to creativity, and my wife, she anchors me in a way that I didn't think was possible. So and it's been times like, and this is just to give an example, it's been times where we were in one of our most heated arguments, where she was like, I should punch you in the face. Like, it's like she's that mad. We just at it. Got a phone call about my dad passing.
Wow.
Shut everything down. And she was there for me in that moment.
Wow.
No matter how mad she was, never had that from anybody before.
Wow.
So to know that she, even though she's mad at me, she's still there.
Yeah.
And she's been there. And God willing, will
always be there.
Always be there till it's time for one of us to go.
All right.
But those are the three things: my life, my gift, and my wife.
Wow. That's powerful. So where can people find you on social media? Where can people watch Under? So that's the movie that everybody's talking about right now.
Under is actually on Tubi. It's UNDER on Tubi. You can find it there. You put it in the search, it'll pull it up. You might scroll a little bit, but it's there. Also, Prime, the number 8 Vision. All one word.
Okay.
Prime, the number 8 Vision on all social media, and that's our YouTube channel as well.
Okay.
Prime 8 Vision.
So can people watch your other films?
Yes, all my Love or Nothing at All, my first feature film, all my short films and skits and things like that is on there as well.
Okay.
And also, like I said, on Facebook, Instagram, Prime 8 Vision. It's all on one word. If y'all see the shirt, we got gear coming too. So
all right. All right. Appreciate you coming on the show. Thanks for watching
Yes,
Out of Focus. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for having me, bro.